Hey everyone, this is Helena, and today I'm talking with my very good friend and fellow coach, Chelsea Rose. Welcome, Chelsea.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
I love having you on my channel. We always have so much fun talking about these really important topics. For those of you who aren't familiar with Chelsea, she is a success coach for women who teaches a pleasure-based approach to help women attract everything they desire in love, life, and business. And today we're going to be talking about something I've been getting asked about a lot lately, and that is how to stop feeling so needy and insecure or even desperate in dating and relationships. And actually, this works in all areas of your life. And more importantly, what to do if you already have. I hear from so many women in the comment sections of some of my other videos who are feeling nervous or anxious because they made some of those classic mistakes. They acted needy and pushed a man away, and they want to know how to reverse this dynamic. So what we're going to share in this video is going to help you if you're in that situation as well. So let's just get right into it. Chelsea, what is that first secret you want to share?
Yeah, I love it. This is so important. So the first one, I think is easier said than done, and that is to have fun. You know, I love how you introduced me around that pleasure-based approach that I teach. And this is something that makes us magnetic to everything we want in life. And we can take our focus off of kind of like the neediness and wanting something to happen. And it's sort of that energy of like the watched pot never boils. So if you can release for a moment that anxiousness you're feeling around the guy, right? And wanting something to happen, wanting to pull him in closer, all of that, and actually just focus on your own pleasure and satisfaction, and not just pretending to do that, but actually having fun. And so sometimes women are so disconnected from that, they don't know how to do that, but you can definitely strengthen that and, increase your overall quality of life by getting good at that. And so not only will you pull him closer and actually balance that energy, you're also just going to have more fun in general in your life.
I think that is so important. And it can be so easy to just forget about that and focus on the man and what he's doing or not doing and what's that next step. And
Yeah.
I forgot to mention at the beginning, make sure to watch this video till the end because Chelsea and I have something really exciting to share with all of you. We're going to be doing a training together, just the two of us, on how to be your most magnetic, attractive self so you can pull in everything you want, not just in love, but really in all areas of your life. So make sure to stay till the end to get the details on that. And we're going to be sharing 3 secrets. The last one I really found is the most important, and it can be the most challenging. So you want to watch this whole video to make sure you get that one. I love what you said. In my last couple live streams, I've been getting this comment, a watched phone never rings. So I love what you said about the pot boiling, right? And it's so true. It's so true. We can think so small and get so focused on this situation. So what I hear you saying is kind of zooming out and getting a bigger view. And the only price to pay is having fun and feeling good. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
right? Why wouldn't you try that?
Seriously.
So love that
Totally.
one.
It's
What's the
so magnetic.
I totally agree. Totally agree. It's likely what attracted that man to you in the first place, right? You're just being your most
Exactly.
confident, radiant self. And sometimes somewhere in there, something switches, and that's when we can get that clingy, needy energy. So this
Yes.
will help you let go of all of that. I love that one,
Yes.
Chelsea. What's the second secret you wanted to share?
So the second one I think can be a little bit more challenging sometimes, and that is, tending to your own inner child needs. And so if this is a deep issue for you, like a chronic issue for you, you likely have an inner child wound or wounds, plural, that are actually the reason behind that behavior and kind of that response or that automatic response you have to when a man pulls away or when you feel insecure. And I really want to encourage you guys to be compassionate and gentle with yourself on this one. But essentially what I recommend women to do is to make a connection with their own inner child and explore, like, what is it that I didn't get that I'm needing right now? And so in the training that we're going to be talking about later, I actually have a whole practice that I'm going to guide the women through on how to make that connection, understand what those needs are, and really start nurturing themselves in that way. Because when you give yourself what you need, or what like your inner 7-year-old needed, or your inner 2-year-old needed, wherever the trauma happened or the wounding happened, then you're really self-sourcing what you're wanting to get from the guy. And it's not that you can't also receive from him, but it means so much more when it comes from yourself, and it actually will fulfill that need. It won't just be a band-aid or, on that wound. Like when it comes from yourself, that's the true healing. Yeah.
So true.
That
Oh my
makes
gosh,
sense.
that is beautiful. It's so in line, but I have so many processes myself with how to heal your inner child and emotional wounds. And that's really the work. I know, like I mentioned in the first secret, it can be so easy to focus on what a man is doing or not doing when
Mhm.
really we're kind of always just demanding from others what we're not giving to ourselves, right? So if there's a part of
Yes.
yourself that you're not loving and embracing and accepting, you're going to want to constantly try and pull that out of a man or all the men you're dating on a very subconscious
Yeah.
level. And then when they don't give it to you, it's like it hits that spot where we're already not loving or where we're rejecting ourselves often, right? So that is so
Yes.
important. We could probably do 10
Well,
videos just on that one. Probably all of these
yeah.
secrets could be its own video. If you guys have more
Yeah.
requests for videos or live streams with Chelsea, I know you're a total favorite here on my channel. Let us know down below. I have so many videos on my channel on how to heal your inner child. And that's really what needs to happen often if you're constantly getting thrown back to this default setting of feeling urgent or anxious or
Mhm.
insecure, right? So that is
Absolutely.
beautiful. Yeah. And that brings us
Yeah.
to the third secret, unless is there anything you want to say on anything else you want to say on that last one?
I think just adding like it has to come from yourself, like
Mhm.
it has to come from you. It feels great to receive it from someone else, from an external source, but it doesn't actually get to the core and heal the core root of the issue. And
So
so
true.
it's just so satisfying when you take that time to connect with yourself in that way. And I'm just so excited to guide the women in that training through that
So
process.
powerful. Yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
like I love that. Oh, every time you say something, I want to say 10 more things. It's so important
I
because yeah,
know.
a man might give you a little reassurance or validation in that moment and it feels incredible, right? But he can't
Yeah.
keep that going forever because what I
It's
believe
never
you're
enough. Yeah. That's
exactly,
what I
it's
was
like this
forgetting.
bottomless pit, like what your soul is
Hmm.
seeking is that love and reassurance from yourself. Then you're
Yeah.
so not needing of him, you naturally just radiate self-love and draw him right into you. It's magical how it works. Really, you draw all of your
Yeah.
desires to you, right? So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Cool.
love everything you shared on that. Oh my gosh, we should totally do a video just on that too.
Yes.
I'm so excited for our training, or I'm excited to do that with you, with all the ladies, doing it with everyone there too. So
Yeah.
that brings us to the third secret to combat feelings of neediness or insecurity. And what do you have for us in this third secret?
Yeah. So this one is really about surrender and trust and coming home to that belief that like, if it's not this, it's something better. So if you're dating, you're not in a committed relationship yet. And there's something that you're really wanting to get because it's valid to have needs and desires. So that's really what this third point is about too, is yes, I want you to self-source and self-soothe and give yourself what you're needing, but recognize that the desires you have in love and in relationship are valid and you get to have them. So having that sense of confidence in and trust in those standards that you have for yourself, that those things get to be met, but doesn't have to be the person that you're dating right now. Like you're not in control of whether or not it's them. And so taking that pressure off, if you are in the dating space, like you're not married, for example, I'll talk about that in a second, if you are in a committed relationship, but if you're in this dating space, it's like knowing that your needs and desires are valid. But when you put this pressure on, like, is it him? Is it him? Like, and it has to come from him. It has to be this way. It has to be this person. I mean, that is the most repelling thing ever because they very well could be your ideal partner. But when you're coming at it from that energy of not trusting and not surrendering in the process, then you're absolutely going to push them away. Right. And so when you are in a committed relationship and you have needs and desires, again, they're valid, but your partner is not God. Your partner is not perfect. They can't drop what they're doing in every single moment when you need something and give it to you. So it's having that healthy balance of like really owning that what you desire, like you're worthy of what you desire in that relationship, but having grace for your partner. They're not always going to be able to give it to you right when you want it. And that's where you fall back to those other two steps we've talked about, or those two secrets we've talked about, where you're nurturing yourself in the meantime, right? You're having fun in the meantime. You're taking care of that inner child in the meantime. But yeah, this last piece is really about like, if it's not this, it's something better, and surrendering into that space of trust Like it's coming, you know, it's
Mhm.
coming, you get to have it. I hope
Yes.
that made
Oh my gosh.
sense.
That is beautiful. And that can be the hardest thing, like I mentioned, right? Oh my gosh, that surrender. But it's really the key to everything, not only becoming just
Yeah.
magnetically attractive to the right man for you or to your man, right? If you're in a relationship, like you said, it's
Mhm.
all of your desires. It's pulling the whole world towards you, the money you want, the clients, the career
Yeah.
opportunities, right? And it's
Yeah.
just so important. Do you have any tips really quickly for women who are kind of in that gap of time where they've set an intention, they know what they want, and it just isn't happening for them yet, right? I know
Yeah.
we talk about how the how and the timing of things, kind of giving that
Yeah.
over to God or the universe or some other kind of higher power or source. At least that's the way I like to think about things. I'd love to hear your
Yeah.
perspective. But yeah, any tips for women who are having a hard time with this third one? Because this can be really difficult.
Yes. So I love to invite women who are in that space to look at like what area of your life do you feel total ease? Like sometimes it's hard to see that because it's been so easy you don't even realize like, oh, I have ease in that area.
Mhm.
So take a step back and maybe it's in your friendships, maybe it's in your health, maybe it's in your living space where you just naturally have a good experience in that area, or you naturally like you never have to be insecure in that space. You never feel like maybe this is not going to work out. Like there's
Mhm.
just a steadiness. And what I would offer is kind of a spiritual perspective on that of like life or God doesn't put, there's no hierarchy of needs really. Like you feeling really comfortable in your home is not a given. It's something that, you know, based on your past experiences and your current mindset, like you have created that. And for someone else, maybe love is a really, it's a given and it's a space of ease for them. But one area of life is not inherently harder to achieve what you're wanting than another. And so if you can look at an area of your life that has been relatively easy, you can use that really as evidence to your ego, to your fears, to your fear
Mhm.
mind, that you get to have that in love or you get to have that in career. And just reminding yourself, like, if I can have ease and flow in this one area, and it can be super small, you know, it doesn't have to be like a major area of life. Just look for where you have that ease. And it's evidence that you can have it in other areas. And I know that
Mhm.
that's easier said than done too, but I found that really helpful
So
personally.
true. So true. I did a whole video on one
Oh,
question to
cool.
ask to shift your vibe. And it was,
Yeah.
what makes your life easy? How did this go
Oh,
better than expected? What makes your life easy?
yes.
We'd love to hear from you guys too. We love shifting your guys' energy right here on these videos. So let us know down
Yes.
below in the comments, what makes your life easy? And when
Yes.
you're kind of looking at something that's working and you're training yourself into that kind of habit of thought, you have this framework. I've found this personally,
Mhm.
that kind of says my life works, and then everything else you look
Mm.
at with that framework or
Yes.
perspective starts to work, right? It's so interesting. I could
Your
just talk
mindset is
forever
so
about this.
powerful.
Yeah,
Yes, your
yeah.
mindset is everything. Your perception is everything. And it's kind of similar to the first tip around like setting down that negative thinking or that negative focus and then just going into something pleasurable. It's very similar, you know? It's like
Yeah.
shifting your mindset to, or your focus to what is working, what are you grateful for,
Hmm.
appreciation. That's going to be a huge part of our training together is that
Yes,
being in a state of appreciation. Um,
totally.
there's so many, but it does take discipline. And that's why I love creating the work that I do, because it's easy to know these things, but to really genuinely practice daily, moment to moment, where's my focus? And how is that thought making me feel? And
Hmm.
coming back
Hmm.
to like what makes me feel good, because when you're in a space of feeling good, you're pulling him in, you're pulling in the career opportunities, you're pulling in whatever it is that you're wanting to create. Feeling good is that magnetic space.
I
Um,
love it. Yeah.
we're
I
going to go
mean,
way deeper into that.
oh yeah, I know we
Yeah,
could just talk forever about that. Yeah, my belief system
totally.
is like and I probably yours is, but the universe is not blessing you or punishing you. It's responding, simply
Mm,
responding to the vibration that you're offering, right? Every time,
love
no
it.
exception. So if
Love it.
something isn't, if you aren't attracting what you want, you can tweak it, and the universe will always give you continuous evidence of the new story you're telling. So I love
Yeah.
this. This was amazing, Chelsea. Can you recap those three secrets for everyone? And then let's definitely talk
Yes.
about our training. I'm so excited. It starts very soon on September 8th, right?
Yes, I'm so excited. So excited. So to recap those points, number one, prioritize pleasure. Like just choose to have fun, drop the negative thinking, drop the negative focus, and fill yourself up with pleasure and satisfaction. Number two is to connect to your inner child and give her what she really needs. I know I'm just going to go simple, right? Just to recap. And the third one is all about remembering that it's this or something better, like trusting in your desires, trusting that you get to have them, and really sinking into that patience around it.
Beautiful. I love that. Okay, let's talk about our training. Anything you want to say about, I'll just let you take that. And I'm going to include a link in the description. I'll also add it to the comment section if I can. You guys can click that link and just, learn everything about it, all the dates and times and all that stuff. So, but yeah, what would you like to share about it here on the video?
So I'm so excited for this. This is going to be like a 4-module training. And it's called Magnetic Mastery. So it's all about mastering, everything we're talking about in this video. And I know between the two of us, we have so much content and I feel like so much wisdom to share on this, because these principles are really, they're going to help you have exactly what you want in love. So attracting the exact partner that you want, the exact relationship you want, or if you're in a relationship and you've been struggling with what we're talking about, where you're kind of clinging or forcing or anxious all the time, we're going to help you balance that so that you're actually pulling your man towards you and feeling like you're in the receiving mode rather than the chasing mode. So you're going to be able to really master this magnetism in your love life. And what's so cool about this course is the principles can all be applied to other areas of your life as well. So they can be applied to your relationship with money and what you're wanting to create in your career and what you're wanting to manifest in your lifestyle or your home. So we're going to be teaching in a way where you can actually apply it to all these different areas, because, my belief is really that you are magnetic by nature. And especially as like a feminine energy person, you're meant to be in this state of ease and receptivity. And when things are feeling hard and things are feeling like you have to do a lot and try and push, you've just fallen out of alignment with these principles. And so if you want to master your magnetism, that's what this is for. So I'm so excited about it.
So great. I love that so much. Oh my gosh. So everything's in the, I'll put in the first link in the description. If you happen to be watching this after September 8th, everything's recorded, right? We'll make it available. So you don't, even if you can't make the live training, we're going to make it available as recordings. You'll have lifetime access, I imagine, to them, right?
Yeah, lifetime access. So definitely get in by September 8th. If you want to be a part of the live Q&A portion. So there'll be 4 trainings, and there'll be live Q&A kind of at the end of each training. And so that'll be awesome to get like those answers to your questions, so I can customize this for you. And then, they'll be recorded and you'll have access, for life. So really excited about that.
I am so excited. You guys know this is like my favorite thing in the world, to talk about applying some of these principles that work phenomenally in your love life and just applying them to all areas, because why not have success in life and in love, right? So this was amazing. Chelsea, thank you so much. I can't wait to do more live streams and videos with you. I'm super excited for our training. As always, this was so much fun. And thanks for everyone watching. We hope to see you in our training very soon.